Acting for Climate has a new big project called Currents. With 10 years of experience, touring performances and workshops, inspiring people to act for a more sustainable future, we are now going to set sails and travel around the world for 3 years with our performance Currents. The goal is to explore how we can be regenerative as humans and artists, being a positive force in the world, going beyond sustainability and making ourselves and the more than human world thrive. In each place we go, we link up with local artists and environmentalists to exchange and explore ideas and practices. Nourished by this exchange, we will play our site-specific performance together with local artists. Why? We need to mend the gap between what we know about the climate and biodiversity crisis and the actions we're taking. As artists, we have the possibility to evoke and connect to people's feelings. Therefore, we have a role to play in engaging people to act on the current crisis. In our YouTube series, we share our art, life on board Yggdrasil, sailing, in-depth interviews with artists, activists and climate scientists all over the world, and all the wild ups and downs of sailing around the world with a group of circus artists. Welcome on board our journey.
Hello, my name is Abigael.
I'm Emma.
My name is Mariano.
My name is Mar.
I was born in Oslo in Norway, and then I went to Finland to study circus. And since I graduated circus school, I've been working with building up acting for climate.
I'm 30 years old. I grew up near Rosario in Argentina.
I'm 32 years old and I grew up in the Norwegian countryside and studied circus in Denmark and Holland. And I am the co-founder of Acting for Climate.
I am a traveler and a sailor, and it's been 10 years since I stopped flying.
I love to join all the folklorical expressions in the world.
I am the captain of Yggdrasil, our 35-feet sailboat. I grew up sailing, and I'm super passionate about the combination between performing arts and sustainability topics.
I stepped on Currents project because I always wanted to learn how to sail and to do it while touring a circus performance around the world.
Now I'm 28 years old, the main chef of Yggdrasil and first mate, and I'm living the dream.
65 meters are here from the mast. This great pool, and I'm gonna rate what's the next thing.
With Currents, we tour around the world by sailship for 3 years non-stop. It is the dream, but it also requires a lot of sacrifices people might not think about, and a way of living that most people find intimidating, myself a bit included. Acting for Climate is the main organization behind Currents. In Acting for Climate, we combine our skills as professional artists with our passions for nature and for our surroundings. We try to walk the talk when it comes to sustainability and how we can do things sustainably. And we perform for tens of thousands each year. And Acting for Climate celebrated our 10 years anniversary in 2024 last year, and we kicked that off with the wildest and bravest and most radical project so far. This project, the Currents project, sailing around the world for 3 years non-stop.
Currents is my dream project.
And I joined this project because I wanted to cross the Atlantic while living with a vegan and feministic community.
To travel from continent to continent, exchange ideas, inspiration, and harvest solutions on how to become regenerative as humans.
All over the world, we play our performance, Currents, about connection and the climate crisis and connect with local communities.
I stepped into the Currents project because I always wanted to learn how to sail and to do it while touring around the world with a circus performance, and bringing awareness about environmental topics is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Together with more than 60 partners globally, we invite local audiences from 5 continents to be part of our performance. Currents is a wave of climate, hope and connection, which is ever more important in today's world of crisis and polarization.
We arrived in Aruba in the end of January, and so many things have happened since then. In Aruba, we collaborated with the organization Tur Cos Ta Posibel, and already the first day, they brought us around to connect with people, places, and organizations. Our first week here was focused on meetings and connecting in island time, so things go slowly. Then, we started rehearsing together with our local artists, Nigel and Eric, and the popcorn dancers.
Eric is a Venezuelan dancer. He came to Aruba at early age. He's a young queer artist, and through him we got to know how the intersectionality operate in Aruba in terms of oppression and discrimination. He is grown as part of the Popcorn Dancers Club, and today he's starting his professional dance career. And he was also dancing and performing with us in Currents.
I am Eric Lugo. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Venezuela, and I live here since 2019. I'm a dancer, part of the Popcorn Dancers, member of the STAR team. When I was with Currents, we perform like 3 or 4 times for the public, and they love it.
The great Wara Wara spirit flew by and left the winds of the northeastern pass in its wake.
So here in Aruba we had some interviews with local people. With Nigel Maduro, with Luelgi Arens, and Eric Lugo. Nigel Maduro is a local indigenous activist, sustainability scientist, and land defender. He's one of the founders of the Land Back movement, and people here know him because of his interventions, his graffiti interventions against the mass tourism, with the message "No more hotels" in strategic places in Aruba. When we got to the island, everybody was telling us about him, and when he finally came to our boat to visit us, we agreed that definitely he was the one that we needed with us to make the storytelling in our show.
If we look at our indigenous ways, we have always been in tune and in balance and regenerative with the land and the waters. So it's basically take as much as you need, but don't exceed that, and give back more than what you took. So it's like you're being really in balance with your environment, and you're really being in tune with what's around you, your environment. So for example, if I have a mondi, is what we call like a piece of nature in Aruba, and then if I'm walking there, and I see like a big tree with a bunch of fruits, I'm not gonna take all those fruits. I'm not gonna hoard all those fruits, because I need to understand that I may take 4, but the birds also eat, the lizards eat, the bats eat. So it's like you have to be in balance with everything around you. And that could be applied to us as a society as well. And I could circle it back to tourism. You know, tourists come to the beach, they could use the beach, but they'll use all the beaches, you know. It's like we have to leave some for the people that are living here, the animals that also use it. It's really much more of like, you have to regenerate it, and in the sense of like, you're supposed to help it further. You're supposed to help it thrive and develop further. So I do believe that we could be regenerative.
This was our first YouTube episode. Keep on following us here in the channel, and please fill out the survey find it here or in the description of the episode. See you next time!